I will remember.
Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to our movie club. Today we have a final episode of Wednesday. Number 8, if I'm correct, a murder of WAS. WAS.
Yeah.
Well, what does it mean? A murder of WAS. Sergey, do you know?
Mystery.
I have a hint, you know, a school of fish.
I remember.
What is it?
Do you want me to tell you?
Yes, of course, I always want you to speak in more.
Wednesday's birthday, according to the an old poem, teacher Lee said this to us. Children born on Wednesday are unlucky, and woe here, it means misery, mystery, teacher Lee.
Whoa.
Well, woe
I mean,
is
bad luck, misery, I think.
right. Woe is sadness, but what Yvonne's asking, a murder of woes is a pun. What's the
Written by
original?
Edgar Allan Poe, you said? I don't remember.
No, it's a pun. What's the original phrase? A murder of crows.
Crows, right. Okay.
Murder has a strange meaning. It can mean a group of crows.
Okay.
So a murder of crows, a pack of wolves, a herd of sheep.
Right.
Some animals have a unique group name, a school of fish. So for crows, we say a murder of crows. So a murder of woes is a pun on that phrase.
Okay.
I also remember a hive of bees, right? There are many of them. Right?
A hive of
Plenty of them.
right?
Yeah. A gaggle of geese.
I don't like geese as sound. Oh.
Now, Layla, what was Wednesday's birthday?
Wednesday's birthday? Wednesday.
No.
On Wednesday.
No.
Her mother.
Say it again, Gerard.
Friday 13th.
Friday the 13th.
13th. Okay.
That's the most unlucky day of the year in American culture. Remember, there's a movie series called Friday the 13th.
Yeah. On the 80s.
Okay. The reason she was named Wednesday, Layla, is why?
Because Wednesday was born
on a Friday.
On a Friday, could be subject to misery, bad luck, and trouble.
No, there's a poem.
Oh, yeah, I did understand that part.
About the days of the week.
Her mother named it, right? Named her.
After a poem.
Okay.
Because Wednesday's child is full of woe.
Yes.
So that's a poem line. So, yeah. Principal Weems thought, oh, you were born on a Wednesday. Oh, no, I was born on Friday the 13th.
Right.
Well, why are you called Wednesday? You know, a poem line. Okay.
Sergey, don't you feel that you have to go to IMDb and fill out a trivia section about Wednesday? After all, what we learned, we should, right? Do you know, Sergey, on IMDb, they write some kind of reviews and some trivia facts and all the things. I think we should, you know, crave this in stone, what teacher Lee taught us, and write it on IMDb.
Yeah,
because
trivia.
Yeah. Because we know everything already, right? So why is that? Why it's black? Why it's there's a scar on it? What was the poem? So just everything.
25 degrees made you very happy.
Okay. Okay, let's go to the questions.
Can you zoom a little larger, Yvonne, please?
Yep, sure.
Fill up the width of the page with the text. There we go. Thank you.
Gerard, could you please start with number 1?
Explain how Tyler ended up in chains in Xavier's art studio.
She was kidnapped, right?
Kidnapped, but Wednesday, her friends, because she knew that Tyler was the Hyde. When they kissed, she had a vision and he knew that he was deceived all the time. But now wants to. He thinks that Kimbot. She thought that Kimbot was his master, because Hyde needs a master that controls him. But Wednesday thinks that Tyler killed his master, because Hyde is dangerous. Even he can lose the control.
So can we say that Wednesday actually kind of form a gang from the student, right? And they committed a crime.
Yeah.
But maybe it's a crime justified. If you do something to a person, imagine you do that to a terrorist.
Well, I would not like to stand this position on the court, So we kidnapped him, we tortured him, but he was a bad guy. It sounds like very shitty position.
Vigilantes. Yep, they were vigilantes.
But sometimes that is allowed. If this person was very dangerous, was a convicted murder, but he's sure that he was a murderer, and you, stop him, I think you deserve something, no war.
Yeah, I'm sure you are right. So let's say you kind of face the crime event on your eyes happening now. Probably you should kind of intervene, right? But to kidnap someone, after all, not to call the police, it sounds very, I would say, not plausible.
They're breaking the law. Well, Wednesday's breaking the law. They're accomplices. The group is accomplices to kidnapping. So they're putting themselves at risk by helping her.
Yeah. And then I like this word that you mentioned, compliances, right? Accomplices.
Accomplice, yep. Accomplice.
Accomplice. So you are kind of not a main crime, right? But you don't prevent the crime, right? So you are in the same gang.
You're kind of helping, assisting. Yes. You're assisting in the crime. Yeah.
When we watched this episode with Vova, I asked him, Vova, what do you think? What should you do in this situation? And I was glad to hear that he should leave. Because
I'll hold him down, Daddy. I'll hold him down.
Yeah. Okay. Well, what about number 2?
Explain how Wednesday intends to make Talia change into a monster in front of witnesses. She had electrical
tools, right? Shockers.
Yes.
Taser.
Taser. Yeah.
Taser.
She wanted to apply it on Tyler, right?
Yes.
Do you remember why? Because there are 3 ways to kind of, what's the word for this? To arouse Hyde, right?
Yep.
Do you remember them? One is chemical, right? Some kind of injection. Another one is a torture, right? I remember.
Trauma, some kind of trauma.
I'm not sure about third one. Is it a laugh?
Hypnosis.
Hypnosis, right? We discussed. Thank you. So why Wednesday did not choose, hypnosis? Why torture immediately?
It is the easiest one.
It's her way, right?
You probably can't hypnotize an unwilling subject.
I agree.
Yeah.
Okay, Leila, number 3.
Yep.
Does her plan work?
No, it doesn't work. As she was trying to torture him because she wants to provoke him and wants him to turn into Hyde. She was stopped by the sheriff. She couldn't manage, and also he didn't turn into Hyde.
Yeah,
so he can control his change. So he made himself not change, I think.
Actually, what I think is that he wasn't as angry to reach that level. So angry, I think.
It's possible too, but being shocked over and over and over is pretty traumatic to me.
Right.
I would say, Leila, that Tyler in general kind of strikes me like a balanced guy, like guy who can control himself.
I know.
Is it right? Do you think?
I thought that he could be guilty, you know.
Okay.
I thought either Tyler or the principal.
What about the Nightshades? Did they stay there to watch everything?
No, they left. They couldn't, they didn't want to get involved.
They didn't want to see it elevate to worse and worse torture.
Yeah.
They said, whoa, I'm out of here.
As soon as she took the hammer, they left.
I'm going to start breaking bones.
Yeah.
Well, you know, it's a very smart move in my opinion, but I have a question for you. What do you think? Is it enough just, just to leave from the crime scene, or you have to, call the police or some authority or something to be, in safe legally?
But Ivan, they left anyway because they didn't think that she was going to torture him to this extent.
Yeah, Leila, they left. But my question is it enough for them to be safe, like legally? Let's say on the next moment when they killed Tyler.
Teacher Lee wrote the answer there. I think it is the legal thing. But as for me, I couldn't stand that torture anymore. So maybe they are safe, maybe. But at the end, they talked to the principal, right? They confessed everything to the principal.
Sergey, what do you think about my question? Let's say it happened in Russia. Is it enough to just leave?
Not enough, but I don't know about our rules, but I am sure you have to leave this company. You have to. If you don't improve the department, you will be a crime because you didn't improve.
Yeah, I think if you just left and then they found you that you will be
you have
charged.
to interrupt. You have to interrupt it, and you have to try to explain this participant. This is a crime, and you have to help some.
Yeah, I remember this from my school training. They told us, that this is not enough. You are still legally exposed. They will charge you if you just left. So you have to call, police and say, my friend get mad, and trying to kill someone. So he's here and here, and it's a hard choice.
Ivan, you're right.
I would say they're guilty of kidnapping, no doubt. They were all involved in the kidnapping. Now a new phase is torture. When the torture began, they were okay with it, but when the torture started elevating, then they left. So we call that an extenuating circumstance. They they felt guilty about what they were doing and they left. So the jury might consider that and give them an easy punishment.
Yeah, easy for sure.
Or forgive them. Yeah. Now, if you call the police, then they will forgive you because now you're trying to stop it rather than just hide your eyes.
Vasant, you wanted to add something?
Yes, I agree with Teacher Lee's point because they were involved in that crime. If he dies, then they are also a part of the crime. So he would not have died without their contribution. So the police will definitely accuse them for the action they have done. So.
Sergey, please speak, but try to be far away from your device because we have intermittent sound. Let's try.
Yeah, okay, and I think that Wednesday, it was a very clever person, and he made something like a mafia boss. He invited some people, and he wanted to paint their hand on the blood, like Italian mafia or other type of mafia. It's a process of initiation.
Yeah, you're right. So You know, in Russian mafia, if you're a young gangster, they will give you a knife and will ask to, you know, to stab someone, just in case that you will be guilty already. So you cannot, you cannot go to police anymore.
Yeah. Everybody take a knife and make one cut on his arm. Okay, we're all equally guilty now. Yeah. That prevents cold feet.
Exactly. Okay, Sergey, why, number 5, why Sheriff didn't charge?
I think because it's not important for this plot. On the one hand, on the other hand, he didn't. He knows his son is a Hyde, I think, but he didn't meet him as a Hyde, but he thought about it. That's why I don't know, but for me, he had to take the Wednesday to the prison.
Teacher, is it correct to say press the charges, right?
We just say press charges.
Press charges. Okay. Vasant, please.
Yes, I didn't think of this way, because he might have known that his wife is also a Hyde, so he has the suspicion that his son might turn into a Hyde. So that's why he didn't press the charge, because everyone else would start to suspect him for being Hyde. So he wanted to avoid that. And also Wednesday initially gave him some good clues to solve this crime, so for just
Definitely Wednesday gave him some clues, but he was still suspecting. As a father, maybe he didn't want to accept the truth. But the thing is that the principal persuaded him to have a deal. He was already ready.
Keep going. Yep.
That's what I am thinking, Teacher Lee.
Yes,
That's right. Weems made a deal with the sheriff.
Yep.
A quid pro quo. Weems is still trying to protect her students. You have to give Weems credit. She is always trying to protect her students.
This is cool as well, right?
So she said, Sheriff, if you don't press charges, I will do this for you.
Wednesday?
So what was the deal?
Wednesday must leave.
Must be expelled immediately.
Yes.
So that's why she didn't get arrested. Weems made a deal. Don't press charges. I'll expel her and she'll go away forever. And the sheriff said, okay.
Okay, let's go further. So, Vasant, who is Francois?
that guy or something. Yeah.
Do you remember Francois?
No.
Tyler's?
Mom.
Tyler's? No, what?
Mother?
Tyler's what?
Mother.
Mom. Mommy.
Is she Hyde?
Tell us about him.
She was a Hyde, and she studied in Nevermore.
Yeah.
Met sheriff, right? And they fell in love. That's why sheriff. It was a trauma, right? That was the secret. They kind of skull in the drawer, right? So they try to hide. Okay. Vasant, what about number 7? Xavier in the jail.
Stay with Xavier in jail. Yeah. She wanted to get an explanation for the painting she had, because she wanted to know Xavier has had any visions during his jail term, in order to solve the crime, because she somehow got the answer, but she wanted more clues, a solid evidence to make a firm accusation towards.
Well, not just
Hyde.
proof, but she wanted to know what was going to happen next.
Mhm.
You know.
And Xavier did know this, right?
Mhm.
Or not?
So again,
And Xavier, he could help with this, right? Xavier was able to give some clues to Wednesday, right?
yeah, sometimes he dreams about the future.
Mhm.
So she was hoping, have you dreamed about, you know, Nevermore blowing up or Jericho catching on fire? You know, have you had any dreams that might give us a hint what threat is coming next? Yeah.
Well, at this point, I'm a little bit disappointed. So we have a long detective saga, but we resolve the case by visions, not by logic, right?
Any clue?
Yeah. Okay, Gerard, can you please elaborate?
What is Eugene's status at the end of this episode?
It's a big guy.
He is fully recovered, or almost fully recovered from his coma.
Okay, let's cover the next one. Right? I don't think we have.
Yeah, you know, it's too soon to answer this question because it's like a spoiler what Eugene does at the end of the movie, of the episode. 9? Shall I answer question 9?
Yes, please.
As Weems is driving Wednesday to the airport, what favor does Wednesday ask of Weems? I think she wants to go to the hospital to see Eugene.
Right.
Let's go
Okay,
let's go back to number 7 real quick. Did Xavier help Wednesday when he was in jail and she went to him for help? Did he say, okay, I'll help?
You read it all my life. I will never help you.
Help you? You deceived me. You accused me. You got me arrested. I'm in jail. You want me to help you now? He was really angry.
He said nothing would have happened if he were not there.
Yeah. If you go away, it can't happen. Yeah.
Good logic.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go to number 10. More.
What key fact does Wednesday learn from Eugene? That Eugene saw that this stranger's boots were red.
Exactly. Right, so it was a clue, right, for Wednesday. So I saw the criminal, right, and he was in a red shoes. Why it's important? Well, why it's important? They're red.
Because someone else in the school has had
Yeah, you're right, but generally because everyone has uniform, right? So we kind of narrow our search like drastically, right, by this color of the shoes.
Yeah, red boots are not common.
Yep.
Red boots are not common. So, and they're easy to remember, right? If you see someone wearing red boots, you're going to remember that because it's very unusual fashion for women. You know,
I watched some series long time ago. I remember that cartel, Mexican crimes, they wear shoes with, with some crocodile, like long,
Yeah.
what we call it, I don't know, long shoes in the front part. Yeah. And I remember that in Russia 10 years ago, our gangsters, they not gangsters, but like street crimes, they wear red shoes all the time.
huh?
I have red shoes.
You rascal.
Okay. Okay, so number which one? 11, right? Lil.
Describe what happens on Wednesday and Weems visit. After visiting Eugene in the hospital, Wednesday did understand that Thornhill is the culprit. So Weems, as a shift, what's that? Shift, change. I forgot it.
Shapeshifter, right?
Shapeshifter. She became Tyler, and they were in her office, let's say, while she was doing some experiments, and Wednesday accused them, right? And Weems became Tyler, and Thornhill said Tyler will do whatever I want him to do, and then Principal becomes Weems again, and she killed her.
Yeah, so actually, I would say that Wednesday kind of provoked the confession, right, from dorm lady. So confession is done. So we now know exactly how it's done, but we have a problem to prove it now because our witness is dead.
So she said, you have no proof. And she said, nope, Tyler confessed. Tyler, come on in. Tyler walks in. So now Thornhill thought Tyler had confessed.
Yeah, a setup, right?
Yeah, a setup. Yeah, it was a pretty good deception.
Teacher Lee, what was Thornhill holding in her hand that made the principal dead?
Some kind of poison, why she was putting a bunch of poison in a needle at that time, I don't know, but it was convenient, wasn't it?
That I think she was extracting the poison from plants.
That may have been the chemical that she took from plants that made Tyler change into a monster. Remember, you can make someone change by chemicals or hypnosis. If it was Winbot, she would have used hypnosis because she's a psychiatrist. But for Thornhill, she's not a hypnotist, so she would use chemicals. So she found a chemical from a plant that would make him change into the monster.
Teacher Lee, during the hypnosis, a normal person can become like I'm talking about Taylor because he is hiding the fact. Can change into the wolf man monster.
Tyler?
Tyler is kind of definite type of monster, right? So he's Hyde. He cannot be bird. He cannot be crocodile. He's this exact monster.
Right. Now, normally a Hyde cannot change by themselves. Trauma has to initiate the change. Near death, an accident, a fire, some catastrophe that traumatizes you will make you change against your will. Hypnosis can also do it, and chemical injection can also do it. So Thornhill used chemicals to make him change into a monster.
Okay,
let's go to the next one, number 12. I think, Sergey, could you help us? Evil
As
Club.
Thornhill manacled captive, what does Wednesday learn about Thornhill and Thornhill overall evil plan? Thornhill wanted to make a leave, Crackstone for making the revolution in the Nevermore. He wanted to unify with Crackstone and kill whole Nevermore people.
Yeah, very guy, right? Old, nasty guy who was kind of a wizard somehow, right? A magic guy who was in charge of destroying outcasts. And Thornhill was his, what's the word for this? Assistant? I don't know. like his granddaughter.
Disciple.
And she wanted to resurrect him, right? So that was the idea.
Yeah.
Resurrect him, and he will take care of, of outcasts in this place.
Yeah.
Good. Vasant, could you cover next one? Number 13.
Number 13. When downhill completes the ritual, it happens from the point. When she did that, the dead guy came to life, and he wanted to destroy Nevermore and the students, and to start his legacy again or something.
Did he attack Wednesday?
Yeah, without any hesitation, just after looking at her, he stabbed her. He said, Woody, all he had was that girl's visual. All these years in that tomb, he was thinking about the for the revenge, and so instantly he stabbed her.
Actually, what would be a good adjective to describe this? Can I say casually?
Casually, yeah.
Casual. Okay.
Without hesitation.
Thank you. Okay, so Wednesday is in trouble, right? And every outcast is in trouble. Nevermore is in trouble.
Yeah, he thought she was Goody and said, "Goody Adams, you haunt me still." Remember, Goody killed him. So when he saw Goody, he wanted to pay her back for killing him. Yeah.
Gerard, could you answer this one? Nightshades.
What question?
14.
What is the Nightshade's role in the chaos that ensure? Okay, they have to, all the people must leave Nevermore because they are in danger. And especially the mermaids use their power to convince the people. Yeah.
So actually it was a house, right? It was a house, everyone is under danger, right?
Yeah, I like Ine was very disappointed because almost everybody was the Nightshade member except her.
Yeah. So how do you get students to evacuate? You need to leave now. Why? I don't hear any alarms. I don't smell any smoke. Why do I need to evacuate? So how did the Nightshades make people evacuate? How do they convince people?
Makes power.
Singing the song.
They took off their necklace, which blocked their siren voice. And then they used their siren voice to make people evacuate. You need to evacuate. Okay, I'm running, So they were uniquely qualified.
Very convenient. If you have to make an order, it's convenient to have such a speaker for you.
Yeah. The voice. Remember Dune? The voice.
And Star Wars the same. The Jedi do the same. Have this power.
That's right. These are not the droids you seek. Yeah. Okay.
Okay, number 15. Boa, can you?
What happens to Wednesday after the ritual? Thornhill killed her. She
Ritual. Yeah, but you're not a lady killed her.
Look at the hints.
This necklace.
Wednesday was dying. And what happened?
And
Goody shows up. Okay.
And saved her, right?
Uh-huh.
Okay. How?
She
She gave her this necklace, I think.
Wednesday had a necklace that her mom had given her. Remember that necklace?
Was an
And
artifact, right? Magical artifact.
it was a magical artifact that could focus magic. So Goody could use that necklace as a catalyst to go inside Wednesday's body and heal her. But then Goody would die as a result. Or her ghost would be gone forever.
Yeah.
Can't die again. Okay.
Okay, go to the next one, Layla, number 16.
Some Wednesday Miss Taylor in the woods, and he changed into. Okay. Annette came. Okay, but the first thing was Tink warned Annette. At that moment, Eugene called them. He said, "I can't talk to Wednesday. Where is she?" They don't know where she is, but Tink took them to the woods, right? And Annette turned into a wolf, and I think that's all. Do you want me to continue? This saves her life because Annette became a wolf, and they started fighting the monster, Tyler, Hyde, and Annette as a wolf.
Okay. So she, what's the word? Converted into werewolf, right?
Yeah. And Wednesday said, "I must go to school," because now they are fighting.
Yeah. Well, nice to have werewolf on your side, right? So you're not just helpless. Someone can help. Okay. Sergey, could you please number 18?
What enables Wednesday, 18 or 17?
18, yes. 18.
What enables Wednesday to get the upper hand over a superior Crackstone?
Oh, Crackstone is a guy, right? Magic guy. Wednesday defeated him somehow, right?
Yeah, and Crackstone has had a magic plant.
Scepter.
Is something with a stone, with magic stone, and when he started to press Wednesday on the something, and Wednesday started to have magic power, and she had the problem with the neck, with the oxygen, and and her friend put some knives on his hand, and Crackstone, oh, it's not a problem, and he put Siren on the wheel, and this period Wednesday took some part of magician sword, and he put on his him to the stomach and
The heart.
and Crackstone burn out.
So Bianca was a distraction that let Wednesday get free and kill the guy. Okay.
Yeah.
Did she die? Bianca?
What?
Bianca helped Wednesday, right? To distract Crackstone. Did she die, Bianca?
Not. Unfortunately not. But I remember the moment, and I didn't listen when Crackstone and Thornhill went inside the Nevermore. Thornhill something. Yes, you're dead. Go away, women. I like this moment.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm a fan. Go away.
Yeah. I brought you back. Get out of here. You know, yeah. No loyalty to her at all.
Good one. Good fights, bad, right, guys? Besides, number 19, Thornhill.
What is Thornhill? And estimate fate. He tried to shoot Wednesday, but the honeybee was sitting on the gun that distracted her, and it started to bite, sting her. Then out of nowhere, so countless thousands of bees came there and started to sting her. And so how do we say that? Just like making a hive out of her body, is that right?
They just covered her body. Yeah.
Covered her body, and then he got to know that Eugene made this all happen.
Nice dictionary, so nice vocabulary. So bee stings, right? Bee don't bite, doesn't bite, stings. Good. You reminded me about it.
Yeah.
That's gotta hurt.
Yes. Okay. Gerard, could you please lesson 20?
What does Enid finally get to do after 8 episodes of waiting? Okay, she gets a hug from Wednesday. Wednesday doesn't like hugs, doesn't like physical contact, but this time, because she defeated Tyler, she woof out, so she transformed as a werewolf for the first time, and she defeated Tyler. And she was very distraught, but Wednesday awards her with a big hug. Corresponds her hug, actually, yes.
I like that scene a lot.
Yeah, it was beautiful.
So she rushes and hugs Wednesday, and then she stops and pulls back and says, "Is it okay if I hug you?" And then Wednesday hugged her back. Yeah, it was a good scene. Good scene.
Yeah.
Poor Enid.
Okay. Well, what about 21? Xavier.
Explain. Xavier likes Wednesday a lot, but I don't think Wednesday likes them a bit. So at the end of this series, episode 1, I think Wednesday now thinks that Xavier is an honest person, and he bought her a kind of mobile phone. I love the conversation there. She took the phone and she said, "So you're expecting me to call you?" I love that.
No way.
No way, yes.
Yeah, I gave you here's a phone. My phone number's already on it, so you can call me anytime.
But they decided maybe, to text each other, maybe, I don't know.
He has a little bit, he was a little bit offended, right, by her behavior.
I mean,
Yeah.
it's good.
He
Sometimes
forgave her.
man should suffer.
But did you forget the scene with the arrow? Xavier wanted to throw an arrow to Cranston, and Cranston throw it back, and Wednesday intercept the arrow. So Wednesday took the arrow. So that's something important.
She
Wednesday
risked her
redeemed
life.
herself. Redeemed.
Yeah,
She
you're right.
risked her life to save Xavier, so that made him forgive her.
Okay, what was the last one? Tyler's final status.
He was walked and maybe in some car.
He was arrested?
Yes, he was arrested and walked.
I don't know. What does mean locks?
Walk.
Lock. Ah, okay, locked. Sergey, can you
I
help
thought
us?
he was dead, Ivan.
Yeah.
And then
Locked up. Teacher wrote locked up. Yeah.
No, so he didn't die. So Tyler's still alive, but he's in custody.
And they transport him somewhere, right? In custody.
And his eyes were starting to change into the monster.
yes, It was
Can
scary.
he break the chains?
Teacher Lee, you know what I loved a lot at the end? When Wednesday was writing to the story, the ant and the question mark.
Yeah, she
I love
finished
that.
her detective story,
What question mark?
her novel. Remember her last statement, right? She's talking to the audience. What's going to happen next? I know the suspense is killing you. She was cute, yeah.
So we are doomed to how it's called, franchise. Then this, the next movie about Wednesday.
Yeah. We have to wait for the next season, see what new.
Yeah, it hasn't arrived yet.
So Xavier said, are you coming back to school next semester? And she didn't answer.
No answer.
Remember, she was expelled. So is she going to come back to Nevermore? New principal?
Yeah.
I like the previous principal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You like it, principal?
Yes, I like this actress and I like his role. But I think
Yeah, from Game of Thrones.
Weems was good. Yeah, Weems always tried to protect her students.
Yep.
But we had some unanswered questions,
Please.
especially how Francois died. You know, the
Yeah.
mother, Tyler's mother, because she was a Hyde. Was she killed? You know, I don't know. So he also said that he was bipolar, but maybe bipolar is meaning like Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. You know.
No clue.
Remember that Tyler and his dad did not have a close relationship. Remember that dad, the sheriff, never mentioned the mom.
Yeah.
And this upset Tyler. I suspect that she changed into a monster and the sheriff had to kill her. That's what I suspect. So he didn't have happy memories. So he never talked about her. Tyler maybe was too small and didn't see that. Maybe he told Tyler, your mom died in a car accident.
Yep. Yeah, I remember the suspense between father and son when they talking about mother in the first series, in the first episodes. It was.
Yeah, I remember Tyler said, you never talk about mom. You forgot her completely, you know. Maybe he had to kill her, and that's why he never mentioned her. It was not a happy memory. But we don't know. Yeah, we don't know.
Another unanswered question. 50 years ago, when Gomez killed this guy, Gates.
Yep.
So what's Galpin doing? Was he a student? Was he a deputy? Because he wasn't the sheriff. The sheriff, he was too young, and Walker was the sheriff. Because, you know, he had resentment to Gomez, so he must have been close, you know, to the moment that happened, because it doesn't have any sense then.
He might have been the deputy. Remember, Walker, the mayor, was the sheriff. So it's possible that Galpin was the deputy, or he just lived in town. He must have been the deputy to know the details of what happened. Because he was convinced Gomez was a murderer. So that means he heard the testimony from Weems. It was all her fault, you know. And I saw Gomez with a bloody sword. So Galpin was probably the deputy, and Walker, the mayor, was the sheriff at that time, I'm guessing.
And another question is, was Gomez the repeated love of Weems, you know? That Morticia, you know, Morticia, Weems asked a guy to go to the prom dance. And this guy went with Morticia, so we suppose that it was Gomez, but we don't know for sure. Do you remember that?
Yeah, remember Weems doesn't really like Morticia. She tore her picture out of the yearbook, remember that? And burned it. And so I think what happened was Weems liked Gomez, but Gomez liked Morticia.
Yeah.
So she got jealous and kind of, you know,
Yeah, then she even Weems asked personally to Gomez to go to the dance. That it's not usual that the girl asks the boy,
Yeah.
especially 50 years ago.
Yeah. So I'm surprised, given that Weems hated Morticia, I'm surprised that in episode 1, when Wednesday wanted to come to the academy, I'm surprised that Weems didn't say no. She could have said, no, it's midterm. She just killed some kids at her previous school. No, we won't take her. I'm surprised she didn't say no because she hated Morticia. But she accepted her anyway and said, well, y'all were students at my school. We'll let her join,
Maybe
So
she's not prejudiced, maybe she wants to show everybody that she wasn't affected by the affair.
Well, no, she was though. Remember in the later episode, she tore out Morticia's picture.
Yeah, I
and
know.
wet it up and burned it and smiled.
But nobody saw.
She didn't like Morticia.
It looks also that Morticia was the protagonist of the school at this time. Morticia was always the first in the fencing club and everything. So like Weems was in a second in the background.
Yep. So she lived in Morticia's shadow. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, good one. So what I like about this series that every character kind of has own logic, right? And they gave us a few fake clue, right, during the investigation.
Yeah.
So this part I like.
Wednesday and Eugene are my favorite ones.
Okay, because of the bees, right?
It's a movie, a Hollywood technique that every character will have a strong point and a weak point.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So all of these characters had a good ability and a problem in their life. So they all had adversity that they had to overcome. Enid couldn't fully change into a werewolf, and her mama hated her for that. Tyler
but she managed.
but she succeeded in the end. So now she can make her mom happy. Mom, I changed into a full werewolf. Oh, I'm so happy. My daughter's normal now.
So proud.
Tyler had a weakness, right? A flaw. Xavier had a weakness. He was kind of sullen and kind of antisocial. He had dreams. Eugene was timid and shy. Everyone had a little character flaw or weakness or adversity in their life, and they had a good point. So all of these characters were balanced.
Yeah.
The liberals like to have some superhero that's perfect and has no flaws, no weaknesses. Everything they do is perfect and they win all the time with no effort. That turns people off. Nobody's like that.
Even Superman has a weakness.
Yeah.
The kryptonite.
Yep.
Okay, let's describe some pictures. Gerard, could you please start?
Okay. We see Wednesday.
Enid.
Enid has it's a raccoon that or a squirrel?
Squirrel, I think.
That. How do you call these animals? Flop stuffed animals.
Yep.
Wednesday has wolves. Enid is saying to Wednesday that she will miss the stuffed animal in the morning. I think it's to wake up. She told Wednesday that this animal wakes her up every day or something like this. Do you remember?
Yeah, I think she bought that at the Uriah's Heap. Remember the little animals that were dressed up like people? I think Wednesday brought one home. And Enid looked at it, but
Yep.
yeah.
Okay, let's go to the next one. Leila, could you?
Wednesday came to see Eugene and wanted to say goodbye because she thinks that Eugene is such a nice person, I think, and she feels guilty because she had to go there with him, but she didn't. She should have gone. And this is the room, the hospital room, and I like it a lot. I love the stuffed bee. I like it a lot. And
Female
bees
bumblebee.
colors. Yeah, the bees colors, yellow and black and white. Yeah. Another bee on the right.
Notice the bee on the right. Bumblebees are big and fat.
Yeah.
And their wings are small. And scientists used to say it's impossible for a bumblebee to fly. Their body is too big and their wings are too small.
But they fly, right?
But they fly.
I heard another version of this. They say, according to the law of physics we know today, bee cannot fly. So we don't know something yet.
Exactly. And yellow and orange are bee and wasp colors.
Wasp.
So the balloons are all bee colors. Yeah.
Wow. Sergey, what is happening now?
Yeah, at the start of exercise moment, we can see Mikland at Wednesday, and she stayed in front of Tyler. Tyler has a problem, and on the left side we can see the sculptures. So
candelabras, right?
Candelabras, sculptures. It's a crypt, I think.
Sergey, do you remember we watched the movie? I forgot the name, but when they started to read a Latin book in the basement. It was a joke. It's too much to read Latin here. If I was there in such circumstances with candles, with black room under the castle, and someone start read Latin, I would, fly away.
We call that a dark mass. When a bunch of people get together for an evil religious ceremony, we call it a dark mass.
Yep.
Yeah.
Lassans, could you please tell us about this one?
This is where Woody Adams tries to heal Wednesday's wounds, and she what's the procedure that they follow, to get inside another one's body?
That necklace, yeah.
Okay. But is there any special term for this practice? No.
We would, the necklace was kind of like, we would call it a conduit, like a pipe, a conduit or a portal, that she can touch that and use that to enter into Wednesday's body. So it was kind of a catalyst, if you know what a catalyst is.
Yeah.
It allowed her and Wednesday to interface and become one through the power of that necklace. It was a focus, a magic focus point, kind of like a wand. A wand lets you focus your magic. This necklace did the same thing.
Well, what about this one?
This is school.
School. Okay, it looks like a schoolyard or something, right?
Yes.
The quad. Yep.
School. Okay, and fire everywhere, right? Can we see a figure in the center?
Yeah. It is Wednesday.
Well, there is another one on the right. It's a cornerstone of someone. No?
Keystone.
We can see legs,
Yes.
head.
Oh, that's
He's-
when he's burning up, I think.
Yep.
I was
The-
so happy.
The death of Crackstone, yeah.
So Wednesday won this. What's the word for this fight? Okay, and the last one, right? Gerard, what could you say about this?
Tyler is inside the van, police van, and he's tied with chains, strong chains. Two police officers, one woman, and a black man
Mhm.
are watching him, and we can see it looks like he's about to transform to a Hyde. Like he's very powerful. He can break the chains. It reminds me the most superhero Hulk.
Yeah. Yeah.
But this guy is more evil.
Okay, that's all, right? We will know more soon. I guess.
Thank you, teacher Lee. Thank you, Iwan.
Well,
Thank you very much.
don't thank me. I did nothing exactly. So teacher Lee did everything. You know, all the talking points, all these riddles, everything. We can write a book, actually. I think after all about Wednesday.
Yeah.
But I would say that it was a long journey. So I was a little bit tired in the middle. Yeah. Okay, we will choose something for the next Sunday. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Bye
Have a
bye.
good
Bye
week.
bye.
Bye bye.
Thank you.
Thank you.